Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got a Daily Motor first, our first 100-mile highway real-world fuel economy test, featuring none other than the great Mazda CX-5. This is the signature model with its turbocharged 2.5-liter 4-cylinder motor. We're gonna head out and do a calculated highway fuel economy run here for all of you. Get some sort of real-world fuel economy numbers with this motor. So this is a test we're going to start doing on just about all of our vehicles and hope to give you guys sort of a new perspective on what fuel economy means. And the reason why I think this is important, and here all of us here at Daily Motor thought this was a good test, is because the EPA fuel economy measurements don't really tell you the whole story. The highway fuel economy test done by EPA averages a speed, I'll have to check the exact numbers, but it's something in the 40 mile per hour range. I'll put it up on the screen here. I think it's about 47 miles per hour. And that's just not super realistic for a lot of us who go on long road trips and are averaging speeds right around 70 miles per hour for hours and hours at a time. So our goal here with this test is to calculate a real tangible number on what kind of fuel economy you can really expect to get with each vehicle. So I'll talk a little bit about all of our plans here, but what we're going to do, the tank is down a little bit. We're going to head to the gas station here, top off the tank, and head out on the highway. It's going to be 50 miles out and 50 miles back to account for hopefully any wind, any sort of elevation change. We're going to come right back and fill up at the exact same gas pump that we started at. We're also going to track our mileage using a GPS, technically a cell phone, but GPS numbers here so that we can get an accurate figure of how far we travel on the tank. Now for climate controls, I have the car set at 74 degrees auto. So it's going to set the climate exactly, try to keep it at 74 degrees. And that should give us sort of a consistent figure if we do 74 auto for every car we test. Pulling on in here, we're going to pump number 4. We're going to use pump number 4 each time. The CX-5 actually has a little fuel door unlock switch that you have to use. And we're going to use 87 octane for any car that can run on 87 octane because I feel like it's more useful for you all to know what the car is getting on its most affordable fuel. Okay, so we got one click. We're going to wait 10 seconds and then top it off again. Slow fill. And you see we're actually getting quite a bit more fuel in here. We're going to wait another 10 seconds. Okay, there we are. We've got a topped off tank. Slowly pull that out. So, let the test begin. What we're gonna do, before we start up the car here, I'm gonna get it into auxiliary mode, fire up the GPS, make sure that's got its bearings. It's reset. Okay. We're going to also reset the car's tripometer here. Okay, 74, reset, and start. For drive modes in the CX-5, you've only got 2. You've got normal and sport. So we're gonna drive it in normal, but any vehicles that have some sort of eco mode, we are going to utilize. Because if you were driving on the highway and you wanted to get your best mileage, you would use eco mode. I'm just gonna drive nice and easy here, getting to the highway. Obviously, it's not perfect in that regard. Ambient temp right now is 86 degrees, so the air conditioner will be working on this test. Now the reason we're doing 100 miles is that should be enough time on the highway to really average out both this starting section here and any sort of imperfections, weird anomalies, kind of smooth out the data. Now we will be doing a full review of Mazda's CX-5 as well as a sound system test on its Bose audio system. So check the link in the description for those videos. People really taking their time to get up to speed here. All right, come on. Here we are, 70 miles per hour. Cruise control. Is there a way to use there we go. Mode. What? There we are. I don't want adaptive cruise control in this situation because I'd like to maintain 70 miles per hour as much as possible. Now this is kind of nifty. Mazda CX-5's speedometer seems to be dead on. It says 70 and it's going 70 on the GPS. So as I said, we will be doing full reviews of this car, but we're going to head out on the road here. I'm actually going to take the camera off my face, stick it on this mount here, and fast forward the video. And if anything of particular note comes up, then I'll let you know. But for now, we're just going to cruise. Now, some observations cruising on the Mazda CX-5. It's not the quietest of all the cars in this class, but they did do a good job at making it quieter than its predecessor. The pre-facelifted Mazda CX-5 was a little bit loud at highway speeds. This one still has a decent bit of tire noise and wind noise, but it's better than it was before, and pretty class average. Okay, so halfway update here. Actually recording with the phone since the GoPro is nicely mounted. So we've done 55, actually at this point 57 miles. 57 exactly. We had the turnaround. Car's going with the cruise control set at 70. It's doing about typically 70 miles per hour, sometimes 71. Now this is interesting though. The trip on our GPS says 57.4, it's about to be 57.5. The car only says 57.1, now 57.2. So it's actually losing a bit of ground. So when we calculate the fuel usage, we'll be using the GPS figure there. Look at some more detailed statistics. Been averaging 66.5 miles per hour. That makes sense given getting on the highway and doing the off-ramp and back on and everything. Other than that, car's been very comfortable. It's been a very smooth ride. Like I said, there's a little bit of wind noise, but tire noise is actually quite good on this highway. We're looking into integrating some sort of decibel reading and getting like a consistent noise level reading in the cabin, but for now, we'll keep on trucking. right, so coming into the final stretch here, averaging 31.5 miles to the gallon according to the car's own calculations. We've got 104.3 miles on the tripometer here and 105 up on the GPS, so still a little bit more discrepancy there, which we expected after checking in on it halfway. No big surprises. Seats have been comfortable. I would appreciate a tad bit more just room in the bottom seat cushion here. My legs do feel like they're a little bit squished, and I'm not exactly a thick sort of guy, so I'd appreciate a little bit more length for my thighs as well as a little bit more width. It's a little bit bolstered down there. There is adjustable lumbar support though, so that's been plenty fine. Other than that, radio has been pretty good, a little bit better than I expected, but a little disappointing on the high-end notes. So if you want to see more on that, check out our full sound system review. That link will be in the description. And if you want to see more just kind of on the Mazda CX-5 as a whole and my final thoughts on it, check out our full review. That link will be in the description as well when it posts. Let us know what you think about these tests as well, this highway fuel economy test. Might make a few tweaks here in the first beginning test, but other than that, it's something we want to do regularly and hopefully provide valuable info to all of you out on the interwebs. Not bad, little Mazda. Over 30 miles to the gallon. That is not what I expected at all. You know, you've got all these companies coming in with 9, 10, even 11 speed transmissions, and Mazda's here with its 6. You'd think it would be a dog on fuel economy, especially with this big powerful engine, but that does not seem to be the case. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to that exact same fuel pump that we used to start, and then fill the car back up using the 3-click method, and calculate based on the GPS's distance here, our miles per gallon based on that. 31.6 indicated, 108.4 miles. All right, there we have it. Grand total figure, 2.909. That is quite good. So, step in here. Bring up our calculator. 108.4 divided by, what was it, 209.9? 2.909. 2.909 gives us a grand total. Oh my, that doesn't seem right at all. 37 point, oof. 108.4. I don't know, guys. That seems that seems high. That seems very high. We're gonna see if we can squeeze a little bit more fuel into the car here. And we're still gonna just use the click method, but 2.909, that just seems low. All right, so it's sitting in there, just like it was last time. Okay, there's an extra 2.5. It's definitely full now. So we had 2.909 plus 0.352. So, let's use our other calculator. 0.352 plus 2.909, that gives us 3.261. So, 108.4 divided by 3.261 gives us 33.24, so 33.2 miles to the gallon. That seems a little more accurate, but still kind of seems on the high side. we're gonna roll with it for now. Definitely seems high considering the EPA fuel economy for this car is 27, but the car itself does indicate that it did 31.6 miles to the gallon. One last thing we'll try here is we'll use the car's indicated mileage here. Now there shouldn't be anything wrong with the GPS, but just in case, 0.7 divided by 3.261, that still gives us 33 miles to the gallon. So our indicated on the Mazda CX-5 Signature 2.5 liter turbo is 33 miles to the gallon after 108 miles. Car thinks it's got 31.6. So take that for what you will, everyone. Definitely getting better. I think if I had to give any sort of scientific conclusion here, it would at least be that the Mazda CX-5 is capable of doing about 4 to 5 to 6 miles per gallon better than its EPA rating at 70 miles per hour on the highway. Okay, fun stuff, guys. If you liked that video, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a bunch. Check out the sound system review and the full review for this Mazda CX-5. Check out all our other reviews and keep an eye out for more fuel economy tests just like this one. Anyway, I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.